Hola, ¿qué tal? Yo soy la profesora Zapata. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some cognados falsos. That means false cognates. Let's get started. We need to understand what cognados are. Cognates, are words in Spanish that have the same meaning in English and in Spanish. Even the spelling in both languages is very similar in cases it's actually the same, which gives you an advantage to learning more vocabulary words. It makes it easier for you. However, there are always some false friends. In this case, cognados falsos, or we also call them amigos falsos. Here are some perfect examples of real cognates. Cognados. So if you look at these words, they look very similar, if not identical, to the English words that you already know. The only thing that would change is obviously the pronunciation. So I will say them just in Spanish. Actor, admirable, agenda, animal, artificial, auto, balance, bar, brutal, cable, cáncer, capital, chocolate, club, conclusión, debate, decisión, director. Do you hear that? We pronounce them, obviously, in Spanish very differently. But just by hearing them and looking at them, you should already know what they each mean. Here is the second list I will give you in this video. Keep in mind, these are not the only cognates that exist. These are just a few of a really long list. Doctor, electoral, editorial, familiar, festival, fatal, global, habitual, hospital, hotel, individual, informal, sentimental, similar, solar, solo, terrible, terror. Again, by looking at these, you know what they mean in English. These are all real cognates. As part of teaching the language, it's also important that we find really great websites that can support our content. I have found a website that you can visit. It's called realfastspanish.com. There, you can download a complete list of the cognates that we've talked about. This will allow you to practice. I have no affiliation with this website. I found it just to be a great source to pass along to you. Amigos falsos, false friends or false cognates. The first word, embarazado, which is what I hear most English speakers say in reference to being embarrassed. It is not embarrassed. Instead, it means pregnant. But the correct way of saying that would be embarazada because we're referring to a woman. If you want to say the correct word to say embarrassed, use apenado o apenada if it's a female, or avergonzado, avergonzada to refer to feeling embarrassed. You can use the word embarazosa to refer to a situation that was embarrassing. That's actually a very close meaning to the English one. You can use the word embarazosa and describe the situation itself as embarrassing. Ejemplo, fue una situación muy embarazosa. It was an embarrassing situation. Más amigos falsos. Let's take a look at the word pie. P-I-E in English. That actually means pie in Spanish. Here, my pronunciation, it's not the same. Pie, pie. I can say something like, este pie de limón está rico. This pie or this lemon pie, it's very delicious. Let's look at the actual word P-I-E written in Spanish because it doesn't mean the same in English. So we don't say pie, we say P-A. Remember, the I sound is E and the E sound is E. So we say pie in Spanish. But the translation is foot in English. So I can say something like, me duele el pie derecho. My right foot hurts. Here's another very common one. The word carpeta. Carpeta. Carpeta in Spanish is actually folder, not carpet. If you want to say carpet in Spanish, then you're going to use the word alfombra. Alfombra. Again, carpeta is not carpet, it is folder. The word éxito. Remember that E has that accent mark, so I'm going to emphasize that sound. Éxito. Éxito in Spanish is actually success. It is not exit. If you want to say exit in Spanish, then you need to say salida. Salida. That means exit. However, éxito is success. And here's the last amigo falso I'm going to give you in this video. Again, there's a list that you can visit on the resource I've given to you. The last word is fábrica. Again, the accent goes on the A, so I'm going to emphasize that syllable as I read it. Fábrica. Fábrica in Spanish is actually factory, not fabric. If you want to say fabric in Spanish, then you're going to use the word tela. Tela. And we have come to the end of our video of amigos falsos or cognados falsos. Make sure you email me at laprofesorazapata@gmail.com if you have any questions, or you may want to suggest what type of video I should do next. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to my channel. I hope that you are enjoying this journey of learning Spanish with me. Ciao, ciao. Nos vemos pronto.